Hello, I'm Dylan Vaughn with Ordinary Experts, here to talk to you about our Mastodon AWS Marketplace pattern. It's hosted on GitHub. Here's the source. Um, it is a production-ready CloudFormation template plus custom AMI, which uses lots of AWS services like Postgres, Aurora, Redis, Elasticache, OpenSearch, S3, SES, Route 53, and ACM for SSL. Here's our architecture diagram. I'm not really going to talk too much about this right now, but feel free to come look at it on our GitHub webpage. And really, I want to show you a demo of how this works. So before deploying the pattern, you're going to need a couple things. You'll need a hosted zone in Route 53 and also an SSL certificate in ACM, which matches that hosted zone. So let's get started. I'm going to just upload our template file here. This is part of our product, which you can subscribe to in the marketplace. You can enter a stack name. Here I'll just do test Mastodon. This is something for you to identify the stack later. Here's all of our application and other configuration parameters. I'm going to put in a certificate manager ARN for SSL. Here I have one for patterns.ordinaryexperts.com. Grab that ARN and put it in here. And then for the ALB ingress seeder, I'll put in 0000, which allows anyone to access this site, but you could put in a different IP to restrict that, or seeder range. All these other parameters are documented on our GitHub website, but you can take a look at them here to put in your hosted zone. So this is where we're going to create the CNAME records for your Mastodon website. And you also need to tell us what the actual DNS entry is going to be. In this case, I'll make it mastodon.patterns.ordinaryexperts.com. Here we have other configuration for Elasticache and OpenSearch and our auto-scaling configuration. So you can choose how many instances you'd like the pattern to run. And we can reprovision the instances here if you need to. This pattern uses simple email service or SES to send email, and it creates a domain identity. If you already have one, you can set that to false to prevent that. We can also use an existing VPC, and you can supply that information here, or you can go ahead and create a new one, which we'll do for this, this demo. Go ahead and click Next, and I'll just take all the defaults here and then review what I'm going to do and accept the IAM checkbox. All right, I'll speed this part up here, but now we have our CloudFormation stack that's going to be creating all of the resources that go into making up our Mastodon website. So this is going to create all of the different, the Aurora database, the SES domain. Here we see that the SES domain was successfully created and that DKIM setup was a success. That means that we can send email from this domain. And if you haven't set up SES already in this account, you may want to go ahead and add your own email address as a verified identity so that you can send email to it while the AWS account is still in SES sandbox mode. And there's some more information about this on the GitHub page about how to set this up and take yourself out of sandbox mode. But here I'll just create an email address identity with my email address so that when I'm testing Mastodon in a minute, I can actually get the emails from SES. If you don't do this and you're not in production mode, you won't actually get any emails because it only sends emails to validated, verified email identities when SES is in sandbox mode. So here we see I got an email requesting that I verify this email address that I just put in. I just click that and I get another page saying I successfully did that. So great. So now I will be able to get the test emails that are sent when we're testing this out in a little bit here. Okay, cool. So let me just make sure that AWS thinks my identity is verified. Looks good. Great. So I'll go back to my CloudFormation events and speed this up and skip to the end and for the stack to be completed. Okay, we have a create complete on our stack. We see a success from our instance and its configuration. We can go to the outputs. We see the URL for our Mastodon website. Open that up. You can see that it's the domain we asked for, SSL is enabled. I'll go ahead and create an account here. This will be the first account for this particular Mastodon site. All right, when I sign up, I get an email from Mastodon because I have verified my email address and we're in sandbox mode for SES. I'll go ahead and click verify. That's going to put me back into Mastodon. Now my account is verified. So if you're a normal user, this is where you can just start using Mastodon. And you get a welcome email telling you some advice about how to get started. I'll go ahead and just do a quick post here. And then let's look at how to set up our first user as the owner or the admin user. So at our GitHub page again, we have some information from the Mastodon website. We have to run this command on the instance to modify the user we just set up to be the admin or owner user. So we'll go to the EC2 management screen, and we're going to find the instance that was provisioned and connect to it using the SSM sessions manager. So here's our instance. Let's go ahead and connect to it using sessions manager. Okay, there we go. And now, once we connect to that instance, we're going to become the Mastodon user, which is the user that the Mastodon app runs as. All right, here we go. Now I'll just go into the live directory, which is where the actual Mastodon site has been provisioned. And then I will find this command, and let's run this for my account. And instead of Alice, we'll put Dylan. Takes a second to run, and then once this runs, my user will be an owner, and I'll be able to finish the setup here. So once I've done that, I can actually go into the web UI and change some of these site settings, as you're supposed to do. So I'll go to Preferences, and then Administration, and Server Settings. And here I can fill out some basic information about this Mastodon website and who to contact and what it's all about. And then once you save this, you're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this quick demo of our AWS Mastodon Marketplace product. It's a production-ready Mastodon site on AWS. Please give it a try and let us know what you think. Thank you all very much.